Hello, everyone. Iceworm again here with today's daily discussion. Today, I felt like talking about um, game series that get annual releases, if this is good or bad or all that. So right now, the only series that I can think of that get annual releases, aside from sports like Madden and NBA, are Call of Duty and Assassin's Creed. There were several other series for a while that looked like they would maybe be getting annual releases. Splinter Cell comes to mind. Brothers in Arms also comes to mind. Both happen to be by Ubisoft. I remember when Splinter Cell, I think Splinter Cell's release schedule was like 2002, and then they skipped a year. They went 2004, 2005, 2006, and then it was like 4 years after that that we got Splinter Cell Conviction, I want to say. So it almost became a regular series. Brothers in Arms almost did the same thing where we got. I think there's been 3 games in the series so far, unless you like not counting stuff that's been ported to portable and handheld. But I remember it was like Brothers in Arms Road to Hill 30, and in the same year we got Brothers in Arms 2, which was Earned in Blood, and then I think Hell's Highway was supposed to be a launch title on the 360 or close to launch, and then got pushed back several years as well. There's also this new phenomenon of games coming out multiple times a year. Like I mentioned, Brothers in Arms had 2 games in 2005. One was in the spring and one was in the fall. And there's Five Nights at Freddy's comes to mind, where we've had 4 games since last August, like or last fall, whenever it came out originally. And they're working on another game, which isn't a Five Nights at Freddy's. It's called FNAF World, which is supposed to be an RPG. I'm not really sure how I feel about games coming out that often. I haven't played the Five Nights at Freddy's games yet, so I'm not exactly sure if I would want to. I mean, I've seen a lot of YouTube videos and Twitch videos of people playing it. It looks interesting, but it also looks like I can pretty much get the experience from watching the streams. That's not necessarily a good thing for the games, but I know they sell really well, and if they're making money, people are going to buy them, and they're going to release them. But we get Assassin's Creed and Call of Duty regularly. I used to be an annual Call of Duty player up until Black Ops 2. I played on PC Call of Duty in United Offensive, and then on the 360 was Call of Duty 2, Call of Duty 3, Modern Warfare, World at War, Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops, Modern Warfare 3, and finally Black Ops 2, which I actually didn't purchase. I just rented that from GameFly. What I would normally do with Call of Duty was rent it from GameFly and buy it from them. The only time I didn't buy it from GameFly was when it was Modern Warfare 2, and I ended up buying the collector's edition with the night vision goggles. I I take that back. I did rent it from them first because Amazon was taking a really long time to ship it, so I rented it. And as soon as the Amazon copy showed up, I sent back the GameFly copy. But and then there's also Assassin's Creed, which we get annually as well. And there's these it's multiple studios working on these games, so there's definitely different levels of quality when you're working with one developer to another. It's weird with Call of Duty because it used to be Infinity Ward was the go-to developer. They would make the better games, and Treyarch made decent games, but they weren't as good as the Infinity Ward games. And then, kind of around the time Black Ops came out, it switched. Black Ops, I think, being the better game of because it was 2010 for Black Ops, 2011 for Modern Warfare 3, and I felt Black Ops was the better game. I didn't play, like I said, I rented Black Ops 2, didn't play Ghost at all, played. Oh, now they've added a third developer. They've added was it like not Rocksteady? Who is it? Sledgehammer. Sledgehammer Games for Advanced Warfare. I played Advanced Warfare on the 360 for like a couple days. Didn't really care for it. Didn't do the campaign. Just did some multiplayer. Felt it controlled kind of weirdly and stuff like that. So skipped Ghost entirely. Barely played Advanced Warfare. Have been playing the multiplayer beta on PC for Black Ops 3. It's getting a lot of weird reviews on Steam. People are just I think, being negative because it's another Call of Duty game and it's an annual series, which I can see their frustration with that. But I played the multiplayer beta, and the multiplayer beta was fine. I've enjoyed it. Feels a lot more like Titanfall than Advanced Warfare did. Advanced Warfare had the double jump, but Black Ops 3 has wall running. It also has like sliding isn't part of it, but it has wall running and double jumping. And for some reason, it just felt like it controls a lot better than Advanced Warfare did. That could be because I was playing Advanced Warfare on a 360, and that's obviously not the generation it's meant to be played on. It's meant to be played on current gen, and the PS3 and 360 ports are kind of like afterthoughts maybe at this point. I'm not really sure, but I didn't really care for Advanced Warfare. But I'm just here to see are annual releases good or bad. If you go by last year with Assassin's Creed Unity and how they had to get that game out, it looks bad. But if we go by what they've done with Call of Duty, the Call of Duty games are actually still pretty good. I didn't, like I said, I didn't care for Advanced Warfare, but it got pretty good reviews. I'm liking the beta for Black Ops 3. I'm not sure if I'll buy it because it's Call of Duty and I've played my fill of Call of Duty games. I think they've added in a few new features here and there, but other than that, like the games are very similar. Same with Madden, where Madden comes out every year. You get a roster update and maybe one or two new gameplay features. And I remember for the first few years they had exclusivity. The features were just weird. First of all, they had the quarterback, vision cone, and then I don't know what they added in. That was Madden 2006. Yeah, because they got exclusivity in 2004 at the end of that year after they got exclusivity away from was it NFL 2K. 2K5 is still one of my favorite football games of all time. I fire that up occasionally on the using backwards compatibility on the 360. It's still an awesome game, but and I think it's still better than a lot of the more current Maddens too. But that's a different discussion. Anyway, so you got the quarterback vision cone. I forgot what we got in Madden 2007 and 2008. I think it was either 2007 or 2008. You got rewind where you can be like, oh, I fumbled. I want to take that play back, and you can rewind. Then they added in like player icons. Like each player would have like a little circle next to them that would represent their skill. So if it was like a really good quarterback, they might have like a ball that's on fire, which means they have better passing. Or a defender might have a brick wall icon, meaning that he's harder to get through. Stuff like that. I don't really know if that actually affected gameplay for me. I didn't play it. I ended up buying it, but didn't play it enough to really notice it. And I forget what the feature in 2009 was. I think that was the one with Brett Favre on the cover, and you can download and print an alternate cover when he got traded to the Jets. That's the last time I actually bought a Madden game, and then I played like 2011. I think I played 2012. Don't think I played last year at all. I'm playing this year, like I mentioned in the previous daily discussion about advertising. But what I kind of wish EA would do, and I know they'll never do this because people are more than happy to drop $60 for essentially the same game. But have a system to where if I buy Madden, let's say they implemented this last year. So if I bought Madden 2015, I can upgrade to like digitally upgrade to Madden 2016 for like half price or something like that, or have it to where you get at least you could update your rosters in the older games for like up to a year after the game came out. So you're not having to drop $60, but EA knows people are spending $60 even though it's annual. Same thing with, like I said, Call of Duty, Assassin's Creed. These companies know people are going to shell out the money. Even though with Assassin's Creed, I think they're being super cautious with Syndicate just because of all the backlash they took over Unity. So hopefully Syndicate comes out and is actually really good, and then they get like consumer confidence back up to buy the next Assassin's Creed, and then but they're just going to have to make sure they put out quality games. And I've even said they probably shouldn't have released Unity last year and then released it, maybe early this year. But they have a thing where they need these. They feel they need these games every year, and maybe they do. But like I said, like they ended up being the company consumers didn't like it, and the company like I remember when Unity came out, Ubisoft stock went down like sharply that day. I think it's probably recovered since then, but they lost a lot of money off of just stock going down because of the negativity around Unity. So I don't really know if am kind of against annual games, but at the same time, I also have the option to just not buy those games. So I wonder what you think of annual releases. Leave them in the comments below. Also leave subject ideas for future daily discussions. Really interested to see what you guys want me to talk about. As always, rate, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Take care.